Black Desert Online's combat system is amazing. You are able to move while performing a lot of skills. You can knock people up, knock people down, hit them while on the ground. You can perform different combos. You can even attack while on a mount. But that's not what I'm interested in with Black Desert Online. I'm not interested in that kind of stuff because I like playing this for an empire management type of game. And that's what this video is about. It's going to show you why I like Black Desert Online and go into detail about how to perform all these different tasks, such as setting up workers, managing the node system, the energy system, and all that, just to show off why I think this game is so good and, I guess, unique compared to a lot of MMOs. You don't have to play with other people, which is kind of sad, but this is just one way of playing. So I am currently in Heidel, one of the central cities of the game at the moment. If I press M for the map, this shows you the overview of the entire game world, I guess. It is kind of 3D, so you can kind of change your view just a little bit. Look at how big this place is. Over here, to the west, is Calphion, one of the biggest cities in the game. I hope I can make a video of that in the future, just to show you around that. And over here is the area of Madaya, with its city over there. You do start off here in the town of Olivia, then you can go down here for Southern Guard Camp. That would easily take 10 minutes of travel time with a decent horse. But what I need to show you on this map is the node system. Right here you can see that there's just lines and circles everywhere. These circles are node areas, so this is Brady Fortress, Orc Camp, Quarry Byway. If I went to Quarry Byway and I just killed some monsters there, I have a higher chance of mobs dropping something special for me. While if I went to Brady Fortress and did the same thing, it would be less common. So it's advantageous for you to get as many node camps as you can afford with the contribution point system and unlock all of these so that they are yellow. But all these nodes, they have to connect to a previous node. And you can see I've connected it all the way to Olivia, so it just goes around like that. It goes through this mountain pass to Heidel, and then it can kind of split off in any direction, really. So each one needs to be yellow, but I can't deactivate it if it's connected to something else. I can deactivate this one, though, because this one goes in like a full circle like that almost. So I'll meet you there, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'll click on the map for an automatic waypoint, and I just have to follow the blue line. I am not touching the keyboard. I can go AFK. I can go make myself a sandwich if I want to. Oh, and look at this. Look at that corner. Yeah. So I'm nearly at the trade route, and you'll see it. I just have to walk up to some NPCs or right up to them, and it will automatically stop there. This is important because every trade route has a node manager or a node management. So I can just walk up to there, speak to the node manager, go to node management, and the map will pop up. There I can activate or deactivate the node. So I can contribution withdrawal, which will take the node away. See, it's white now. It's not connected to all the others. Or I can go there and contribution invest. So I just bought it, I guess, with the contribution points. So up the top left-hand corner, you can see my, skill points, energy, and my contribution points. Now I have 4 contribution points. This one cost me 4, so before I had 6. The contribution points, you can get these by doing cooking or doing quests or doing special quests and things like that. And it's helpful because the more contribution you have, the bigger your empire can be. You can also spend the contribution points on things such as houses, workbenches, things which can make your empire grow, to craft the stuff you want, build more wagons, and just things which can help you save money or make money. And the best thing is that these contribution points are shared among all your characters on a server, which makes starting out on a server rough because you have to earn them all over again. What makes each of these nodes so important is that a lot of them are farms, where a place where you can send your worker to go and gather things, such as right now I got someone at this castor farm collecting grapes. I could also have someone at this whale farm. It's not a proper whale farm. They can go collect olives. That's just the name of the farm. Or someone over here, they can go get iron or copper ore from this coastal cave here. Or they can go even further out from their home and get fortune teller mushrooms or more iron ore. It's just places like that, and there's heaps of things together in this game. Each of these areas has a physical location. So I'm right here at the Logia farm. It is right here on the map, right next door to Velia. And one of the best things about this game is that all these plants have a physical location. This is a big deal because you can actually see the NPCs. So I can go through these plants and try find a potato, which is apparently here. Oh, I think I missed one. There's one. So I just have to press R and gather it. It takes a while. And I got weeds instead. God damn. Okay, let's try again for potatoes. Sometimes you can get weeds. That's just random. Potatoes. Yes. Okay. See, I got one potato. You see, that's very time consuming, right? So instead of doing that, I can just activate this place by talking to the node manager, and I can get one of my workers to come here and do that. So I'm going to do that here, and we just have to wait. Right now, you can see this worker, which I just got to come here, is standing right there, and he's on his way. Let's try catch him and say hello. Here he is! Look at him go! He's pretty fast. Goblins are usually fast. There are different types of workers, such as ogres. They tend to work for longer hours, while goblins, they are fast travelers, and there's also humans which are kind of a mix. So this guy, I have just... Actually, he's really fast. I'm still faster. So these workers, they just go to the plants and they just farm for you. So it's kind of like they farm while you go play some of the combat, and it's great. It means you're being efficient while you are grinding, while you are, chopping people up, and these workers are doing the more boring part, the gathering, and having good luck with it. So here he is. There. So he's just started farming. He will be like that for... I don't know, a long time, really. Where is he? He just started. So he will be like that for 41 minutes. Okay. Each worker has their own stats, so they have mass production knowledge, natural healer. This guy has 15% more movement speed. He's faster at crafting tools and good at the workshop. This guy is just, as far as I know, the workers which gain these skills are just completely random. So you can get really lucky by the skills which they get, or unlucky. But that guy will be busy for a while. So as these workers go to a farm and collect and get you and gather resources for you, you can go back to your warehouse, and if you have an empty spot in your warehouse, then that's where the ingredient will go. So right now in my warehouse, I have 2,109 different potatoes. You saw how long it took me before just to get one potato. So I've been doing this. I've been getting my workers to get me potatoes while I've been off fighting things, and it's saved me a lot of time. Why exactly do I need potatoes? Why do I need all these things? Because workers gotta eat. So back on the map screen, at any town or any city, you can click on that and just zoom in a bit. And you can buy any house which you can afford. So I got this one house, which is just a little room above the inn, which is a tiny house. Real tiny. It only cost me 1 contribution point. And I'll show you what's in there. It's just up here. Nice oceanside views. It will cost a ton in real life, but there's not much in here. I haven't even got a bed in here. I got a few tables, an alchemy tool, an anvil, which I've tried using. I suck at it. What the hell is that thing crawling around? Oh yeah, I got a bird through a special event. I forgot about that. But this is what I'm here for. I'm here for the cooking utensil. This is where I can cook my workers' food. And workers can't cook food for you, unfortunately. I have to make it for everyone. So this is a cooking screen. If I just scroll down to beer, it tells me how to create beer. There's all these different recipes right here, which you can see, which I haven't made yet, but I want to make beer. So I can just put in 5 potatoes, 2 leavening agents, and 6 pieces of water, and 1 sugar, right? And this should give me some beer, right? That's how you make beer. It just takes a while, though. Okay, so now that is done, I have some beer and I can feed that to my workers. Now, if I press this screen, the worker screen comes up. So I have this worker down here in Heidel, which I was in before, and I can give him some beer. So I can just shift right mouse button, and there, he has some beer. That's basically his energy bar. So the person with the most energy bar here is my professional giant worker, because it's the highest right there. So I won't need to feed him anytime soon. And the only time you can feed someone is when they are at low energy or when they aren't at work. If they are at work and they run out of energy, they will immediately stop and just wait for you to feed them. It's like they go on strike or something. But that was a slow way of cooking. You can actually queue your cooking. So you can like just assign a recipe and then just go continuous production and ask for how many. So for this, I got 39 pieces of sugar, and all that should equal up to 1 beer each at least. Sometimes you get more or less. So I'll just press 39 here. So that should make me at least 39 beers. It will probably make me more because of my cooking skill at the moment. So I can just go AFK. I can eat another sandwich. I'm going to get fat. So that made me 81 pints of beer. I can go to the worker tab and I can fully feed this guy. And it's weird because that's all they survive on. They just survive on beer. I don't need to give them vegetables, meat, or anything like that. Just give them beer and they're happy. But these workers are weird because they aren't exactly... this is like a medieval themed game, and there's some workers right there. Obviously, there's a supervisor right there, and there's also one here. These workers, I don't know. I think they might be slaves in this game. I don't know. But you can go to a worker supervisor in each town, and that's where you can buy workers. You can contract workers. It costs you a bit of energy to get that, but it's fine. You can just keep going through each one and just find a good worker which you want. Right? They sell... I don't have the energy to go through them all. I don't have much energy to go through them all. But like I said before, they sell ogres, they sell giants, goblins, and humans. That's how you get a worker. Each town in Black Desert is unique. Like I said, in Olivia, there are grapes and olives nearby, but you can also click on each of these buildings, and each one has their own certain areas, certain things which they can be turned into, such as this one can be turned into a storage warehouse, or it can be turned into a workshop for horse gear or for tools and things, or special gear, or it can be turned into a house, which is a residence. And each house has their own kind of style. So this one can be a furniture workshop or tier 1 furniture workshop. This one down here, which I have, can be storage, a tool workshop, or a mineral workshop, workbench. And you can kind of use your workers to use these buildings as well. Down here in Heidel, which I'm heading to at the moment, this is a good area. Okay, right here are 3 different storage places. Okay, 1, 2, 3. They cost me 1 contribution point. 2, 3. Okay, 3 contribution points, and each one gives me 3 slots in my bank each. So that's 9 slots in my bank. And if you go into this screen, you can see that my bank is almost always full. So this gives me like 9 spots, which is great to see. This final one, if I wanted to build a workshop, I just have to get that for 5 contribution points. And then I can make myself a wagon. I can make one of these 3 wagons, or I can make myself some clothes like this. Or I can turn that into a house if I really wanted to. The houses get big in this game, though. You can have a small one like I have. Or you can have some of the larger ones if you want. The larger ones do cost extra contribution points to own, though, and houses aren't really that important. I guess it's kind of like a bragging system, really. I mean, you can just spend the contribution points on buying extra nodes or getting other farms and buying workshops and things for your workers. Here's one of the largest houses in the game. Yeah. It always makes me laugh because it's just surprising to see how much people spend on a game like this. Like all these cow print couches, what's that, a bookshelf or a cupboard? I don't know. These are cupboard. No, these are bookshelves. That's a cupboard, I guess. This is all paid to play kind of stuff. Okay? This is all... You can't make this stuff. You have to buy it. Oh my gosh, same with the stuff in here. And you get extra bonus points for things like this. Like... Oh, look how much stuff it is. It's just insane. Why would someone put so much money just to put this stuff in your house? It's fairly pointless. And the chandeliers, there's always so many chandeliers here. It's just ridiculous. And I know why they do that, sadly. Because they want points. The point system in this game is that each house has their own point system. So this one has over 19,000 points. It is rank 1. It gives them access to investment banking. People say that this game isn't pay to win, but if you buy items to get on top of a scoreboard, and at the top of that scoreboard is the one position where you have access to extra game content, that's pay to win. And the sad thing is that most of these people in the top 15 would have furniture which is impossible to craft, but you can only buy by using your real money. So that might be another video in and of itself just about that stuff. But that's just the variety of houses you can have in this game. It's kind of cool. Here's my one in this town. It resembles more of a warehouse at the moment because I don't really have much in here except for a bunch of old cooking utensils which have been worn out. Some trees because it was through a special event. And another cooking utensil. These utensils, I was using some before. I was using one before. They are very important. That's the main reason of houses. Cooking utensils and alchemy stations. I'm not too much into alchemy because it takes up a lot of backspace. But cooking utensils are essential, especially if you want to make food for your workers. You can get these cooking utensils, but just by going to any inn in a town and going to the shop, and you can just buy it through there. You can also make better versions than the standard cooking utensil, and that has a longer durability, so you can make more stuff with it before it wears out. Or maybe you don't want to make any. Maybe you just want to buy all of it, and you can. You can go to the marketplace director, which is in each town. Go to the marketplace, and you can just find anything you want. There's heaps of sections as well. You can just find different mats, so you can find wolf hide. You can buy it. You can buy blackstones, different pieces of furniture. You can't buy the stuff which you can only pay to use. You can also have different weapons, different plans. There's just a lot in here. It's awesome. But expensive. I don't use the marketplace. I only use the marketplace to sell stuff. So in this town of Velia, I have a tool workshop, a tier 2 tool workshop, and this can make people and I can make my workers make this intermediate cooking utensil. I need 25 rough stones, 10 logs, 15 melted iron shards, and 7 blackstone powder. And I need those things in the bank. Which, if I click this, you can see what's in the bank there. I need those things there and the extra slot for those things for the thing to be built. So I can also do that, or I can build something such as furniture. And if I wanted furniture, I could build something like a draper's curtain, or a bedside table, or even a table and chairs. And I can use that in my house. But here's my main house. This is the one which I have most of my furniture crafted. And I have everything laid out. Some of the stuff is quest items, like I found this off of just some ogre. I didn't kill the bear to get it. It's kind of weird. There's, I crafted most of the stuff. This thing was a quest item. I got some bowls of soup here. More quest items. There's Easter things around the place, which those were just from a special event. Same thing as a pink tree and stuff like that. So you can see how this game has, well, quite a lot of, I guess, would you call it details or depth or features? There's just a lot of things to do, which I have mentioned in this video. Like, you can make furniture, you can craft items such as tools, you can make yourself a fishing rod, make yourself furniture, rank up better for the house you own, or you can just trade items, or you can go catch wild horses, train them and breed them, and get higher tiers of horses and sell them and create your empire that way. There is actually a lot of variety in this game. There's a lot of chances for you to do different things besides just the combat. Not everyone chooses to focus on breeding horses, for example. So there is a lot to go through in this game, and I really like that kind of detail with a game like this, that kind of depth and immersion. It makes the world feel like it really does have its own world and its own economy. So if you would like anything else explained from this video, just let me know. Maybe you would like to hear more about the horse taming and breeding, or stuff about the trading system, or the economy with the marketplaces, or maybe the fishing and why so many people go AFK in it, or the farming system. I can go on! I hope you just get the point that there is a lot to do in this game, and it's kind of overwhelming. But you don't just have to stick to the combat. And I barely talked about the energy system. So out of those, or maybe something else, let me know what you want to see for the next video, and I'll make it. And I hope you enjoyed this one.